Alright, Sean's story, chapter 53. Treehouse Isekai. With the selected guards and a few volunteer miners loaded into the transport, I immediately returned to the newly discovered diamond mine. I dropped them all off and marveled at the sight of the earth mages raising stone shelters. I chuckled as I recited an old gripe about certain fantasy stories. Because a wizard did it! Deborah moved to bark orders at everyone. This is officially a coal mine here. The fact that diamonds are located here, if known, will put you miners at great risk, along with your families. Imagine that. Someone holding your family hostage while forcing you to steal from the Viscountess. It wouldn't end well, so just stick with coal and what's mined here. Diamonds will be moved covertly by the assigned inspectors. You will get bonuses for the diamonds, but nobody is to know what happened. Already straightened. You guards will keep silent as well. You're here to protect the miners. What they're mining is unimportant, aside from its uses in smithcraft. Is that understood? Yes, ma'am, every guard shouted in unison. We got it, said the lead miner. Her mole-like appearance was almost cute, but not enough to really grab my attention. Hope I can afford to get bread from this job, she muttered, and the other three all nodded. The Badgerkin woman, though, looked straight at me, and a shiver went down my spine. Felt like she had found her prey, and that was it. When nobody else was looking, she winked and blew me a kiss. To her surprise, I reached out my hand to catch the air kiss and plant it firmly on my lips, returning her wink. Her grin was enticing. This lot is all set. Let's get out of here before anyone notices anything strange. Only the two of us. We returned to pick up the rest of the family, only for me to spot Mary's samurai waiting at the gate with practically everyone else. Kate was bracing her back with Mary beside her. To the samurai being here, and shouldn't Kate be resting? Kate smiled and came for a kiss, and Mary shook her head. I'll be fine. I wanted to see you off. She wrapped her arms around me. As to my car, Miley wants to upgrade it, so I don't need gas or even a mechanic anymore. So I'll walk home with Kate and some of the others. So don't worry. She'll be resting soon enough. Alright, but take it easy. I don't want anything happening to you, or even the baby. She grinned into my shoulder. Okay, I'll be careful. Her hug tightened briefly. You be careful too. That psycho shows up. Put my finger on her lips. It will be the last mistake he'll ever make. We arrived back at the treehouse, with Vikari having driven Mary's samurai. I'll get onto the upgrades for the big truck and trailer, then I'll do the rest. I gave her a quick peck. She shoved my waist playfully. Later, you big lunk. Alright, I'll let you work. Hey, Lisa, fancy a hunt? She scampered up the trees to get our bows quicker. I'll take that as a yes. I really should get her a new bow while I'm in town later. Hunt was slow starting. We had tramped through the forest for hours before we caught the signs of movement. What we found wasn't a normal prey animal. If the Dreadfang was menacing in its size, this gave shivers of fear due to its sleek, deadly grace. Holy crap, I whispered. That's a freaking Chinese dragon. We need to get out of here before it was too late. The thing slithered, scampered towards us at an insane speed. My bow came up and the arrow flew. It was a bleeder, not a broadhead. Blood fountained out the arrow's backside once it had penetrated the creature's neck. It naturally irritated it. Fuck, I barked as I jumped up a limb to avoid a quick strike of its fangs. Lisa had made distance and fired her own arrow, taking one of the creature's eyes. Lisa scrambled up to the nearest tree, loosing another arrow at the enraged beast that was about to climb up after her. Another bleeder, too. It hit the thigh, causing it to turn its attention back to me once more. I ran for another tree, seeing a similarly placed branch. Leapt, grabbed the branch, and swinging my legs up just as the air from the dragon's passing told me its fangs nearly had my leg. Watch out for its water shot, Lisa yelled. Holy. I jumped to another branch even as a blast of water destroyed the branch I'd been on. I didn't stop, but dive rolled off that branch and ran back towards Lisa as arrows pelted the dragon behind me. Fuck me, I shouted. Lisa grinned at me. As soon as we get home, love. She loosed another arrow. By now, the dragon's speed had fallen off, so I turned and fired another bleeder arrow, hitting the other side of its neck. This turned out to be a critical hit, as when the creature tried to shoot another blast of water, the pressure busted out through the new injury. That's some epic fucking imagery there, Sean. Super fast paced, just instantly throws you into it. Oh, that was good. Ripping that arrow free in the process, it staggered, looking like a drunk, then collapsed. Don't trust it just yet. Those things can bite even after death. They cut the head of the snake off, and it'll still come for you. It's more dangerous that way. So, sure, Karana could... Dude, oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. So the name of the game is Snakeheads. Okay? And what you do is you get a snake, right? You get it super fucking angry, but it's like pinned from like, you know, maybe 2 inches down from its head. And then you basically have bets, and you see how far people will sit from the head, and whoever, you know, sits furthest, like closest to the head without getting bitten, basically like wins. You have it as like a betting game. Just imagine this in my head. It's like fucking Russian roulette, but with fucking snake heads. You just cut off the head of the snake, goes across the floor, and you're just like, oh god, is it gonna come for me? Is it gonna come for me? Are gonna win? Oh shit, it bit me. I'm fucking dead. Fuck! And then everyone just gets all your money because you died anyway. I don't know why, but that just... Very powerful imagery. That's what it spawned. We were both panting. Well, that was terrible luck. Glad we got rid of it, but we probably drained over half of its blood. I'm sure Karena could have used it. Maybe even sent it to her family. I'm gonna trust you, Sean. Lisa smacked me on the shoulders. We damn near died. And you're complaining about losing some blood for a vampire snack. I love you. She pulled me in for a kiss and let me loose. What did you call that? Culprin? A Chinese dragon? China is a country, so anything about China is referred to as Chinese. In their mythology, they have similar creatures that they call dragons. They were based on the elements, water, earth, fire, wind, with one having water to call upon, which kind of lends credence to the idea. She grimaced a little. The wind ones are annoying. They'll steal fish off your line or snatch food right out of your hand. You aren't careful and quick enough. They're always screeching, too. I'm surprised you didn't see any at the port. Okay, you did talk about the fact that either they're scarce or there are multiple of them. The fact that he's never seen one before. This is a new animal. But I guess they are also in like a new area, right? So that makes sense too. New area, new animal. Sounds like seagulls on Earth. Always calling out. Since a particular movie came out, all anyone hears when they see seagulls, mine, 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 mine. I grinned at her. I think I'd prefer those. They don't sound like they can shoot a wind blade at you. Don't count how many guys' skirts get torn by those. Not that I can really say I minded that. She blushed. I kissed her fiercely. Naughty girl. I whispered huskily. As much as I really like where this is going, we have a carcass to tend. Grunted in annoyance. Let out a heavy sigh and let her go. About time you two got... What in the world is that? Miley pointed, face white at the carcass of the Calpran. Something you should hope you never meet yourself, not without a powerful weapon anyway, Lisa commented. I nodded my head. If I hadn't had bleeder arrows on me, we may have died. By the time we noticed it, it was too late to escape. Hope its remaining blood will suffice for Karena. And unless I'm much mistaken, this isn't the kind of creature you normally eat, is it? Lisa shook her head. If we didn't need the blood for Karena, I would have just taken the horns. They're pretty cool as knife handles. but otherwise there's nothing of use on these things. Rana came out to see what the fuss was about and froze at the sight momentarily. Then she came to have a closer look. I could tell it was a morbid sight for her. Sniff. She inhaled deeply before her hand shot out and ripped the heart out of the creature. As we all watched in shock, she tore into the heart with a ferocity that made little sense. Goddess, that was good. She turned to look at me with a somewhat creepy smile on her face. Baby will go strong with this. Are there more? Kurna, having witnessed the incident, sighed in relief. You may have just solved an old age problem with Rana's kind. Tend to be very violent to their own kind when they're pregnant, to the point of actually doing to each other what Rana just did to that creature, sort of a pregnancy craving. Their children can survive without, but the heart really does make them stronger. Their males tend not to survive the breeding. We've taken to isolating them when pregnant, to protect their species from itself. None of us were in danger because we're different species, but that creature seems to be a substitute that we can use to improve the overall health and stability of their race. May I inform my mother? Nice. That was kind of abrupt and random. But they're goblins, right? Rana's a goblin, right? Yes, it is. It was. Dragon. Gorgeous as the goblin. Oh, she's dragonkin. Oh, she's dragonkin. It's a okay. Okay, yeah. I'm like, why would this make sense? Like, like this seems too abrupt. There has to be something like. And I was like, wait, is Rana a goblin? That would kind of make sense, ripping out the heart and eating it. But why would it be a substitute for their race? So yeah, she's dragonkin. That's right. Okay. But yeah, that was savage and crazy. I loved it. That was I love the action in that chapter. That was amped up, and it came kind of out of nowhere, which is good. Cause we're moving closer and closer, right? To shit being fucked up. I hope today's chapter will slate that thirst, too. Good, good, good. I know it's not necessarily of the genre, but even having the, like, internal conflicts or psychological conflicts or stuff like that, like, I just don't really like happy-go-lucky stories, you know? But that's just me. That's why I curb that side of me when reading it, right? I'm enjoying it for what it is, right? I sent my Google Doc, hey Ninja, how's it going? It's still slice of life, but I have to remind myself that life isn't fair or easy. True, Sean, and like I said, it's very much a power fantasy, or seems like it, and you're kind of dulling that back, which I feel is good, because the more James learns about the world and the less tools he has on him at the time, the more vulnerable he is to certain things, right? Sorry it took a while. I needed to shorten it and make it straight to the point. No worries, Ninja. Like I said, don't ever feel rushed with it. You need to find the main source of the problem within your story. We managed to finally pinpoint it. Awesome. Good to know, Ninja. No worries. So we could later on go back and rewrite that at some point in time, right? All right. Are you ready for me to break this down, Ninja? I may not be able to fix the stories because they're already done. I think the excrement is about to hit the ventilator on Earth. But not sure how many chapters out it still is. Alright, alright. Let's see, Hybrid, let's see if this criticism holds up to the story that I'm writing now. The new story.